You've seen stealth before, but nothing like this. In the frozen dawn of December 26, 2024, China's J-50 fighter didn't just break the sound barrier. It shattered expectations across 3 continents. A new monster streaks across the sky. No tail, lambda wings spinning like a weaponized boomerang. Inside, humanity holds its breath. Could this be the moment the world's balance tips? The J-50 wasn't supposed to exist. Not yet. Standalone promise. The West raced for control. China just changed the rules. Pattern interrupt. But the real shock wasn't the roar. It was what you couldn't see at all. Test pilot Colonel Zhao grips the controls. Years of Soviet cockpits behind him. None like this. On his first AI-assisted landing, his instruments go silent. Just heartbeats and theories at 300 knots. He wonders, if the jet thinks for him, what's left to fear? Asia's winter. The jet's shadow pools across a cracked runway, familiar to Russian eyes, yet now owned by a country once dismissed for copying. In the 1990s, China only flew cast-off MiGs, hardware smuggled and reverse-engineered. The Pentagon called it innovation lag. Irony tasted like jet fuel in cold air. Titanium skin, but the soul of the future. Lambda wings cut the supersonic drag by 35%, turning speed into silence. No tail, spinning wingtips, an aerodynamic sleight of hand. Micro cliffhanger, 20%. But silence moves both ways. Radar screens in 3 Allied capitals are now blinking. Empty. For years, Beijing chased American ghosts. The F-35 took 20 years to field. Now, in just 8, China leapfrogs eras. J-20, then J-50. A full generational gap in a single breath. Inside, an optional AI pilot. On the tarmac, generals who once dismissed homegrown engines now nod at roar and whisper alike. Lambda wings, boundary suction tech. The J-50 drinks Mach 2 with a thirst the West can't match. The new doctrine, we make the rules now. But beneath bravado, there's dread. A stealth jet sending up 0 heat, pinging 0 radar. No one in Washington expected this. Visual irony. A machine draws a line on the map. Nations erase it in their minds. Pattern interrupt, 35%. Peace built at Mach 2. But who holds the blueprints? The perspiration years, a mystery in every rivet. Flashback, Yugoslavia, 1999. NATO bombs, a fallen F-117, scavenged in shadow. Western secrets, composite skin, ducted inlets, shipped east as artifacts, reborn in Shenyang. By the 2000s, Chinese engineers eat, sleep, and dream radar-absorbing geometry. The 4-phase rise, mimic the Su-27, then break it, master the clone, then bury it. Out comes the J-20, barely Western, all teeth. In 2024, J-50, a ghost with 22,000 pounds of punch per engine. Lighter than the F-22, quieter than the F-35. Micro cliffhanger, 50% hard interrupt. Then, the pilot vanished from the equation. February 2025, Pacific skies. The J-50 runs a combat mission, panels sealed, pilot hands hovering, not touching. The AI flies from brake release to landing, reads 50 threats, reacts in 0.3 seconds. Real pilots take 5 seconds to panic. Irony. Humans designed it, then begged it to decide. Colonel Zhao studies his trembling hands. The machine is ruthless, never tired, never afraid, only rational. Sensory metaphor. Mac winds buffet glass. Inside, Zhao feels centuries of caution draining out. Replaced by code. Pattern interrupt, 65%. They say you command the machine. Or does it command you? Act 5. The strategy that terrifies the West. Fuel tanks full, radar signature gone. Tests show its ghost signature is half that of the F-35 from some angles. Supercruise at Mach 1.5, no afterburners, a 4,000-kilometer operational hurricane. But tactics go nuclear. One-manned J-50 leads 5 drone sisters. Swarm doctrine. Pentagon war games. 4 Western F-35s on patrol, dead before their radars blink. Targeted from 150 miles out. coordinated as if by a single mind. Micro cliffhanger, 80%, distributed lethality. But whose hands are really on the switch? NATO upended. Is the J-50 a one-off or blueprint for 1,000 cutouts? American NGAD, years, and billions behind. Europe's Tempest. The timeline slips to 2040. By 2030, projections. China could field 20, maybe 50, with swarms for each one. In a Pacific flashpoint, 20 Chinese pilots risk less than 80 Allied airmen. Actual air power is shifting east, and fast. They built peace faster than they built control. Tech awe. J-50's onboard AI boasts 2.4 petaflops, double the human brain, eclipsing every jet it faces, ingesting, analyzing, choosing, cold as silicon. Pattern interrupt, 90%. One command, hundreds of lives, one line of code. Ripple effects and the human cost. The J-50 is not just a stealth jet, it's a dare to the world. Try to keep up. Procurement cycles warp, budgets balloon. Small states are shoved into new Cold War blocks. Diplomats spin. Civilians watch. Engineers go to bed with secrets they dare not dream. Colonel Zhao now walks the runway, helmet in hand. He knows. The future comes with no tail, no warning, and sometimes no pilot at all. Under floodlights, gleaming composite skin, sanctuary for progress, burial shroud for certainty. The future of air power is no longer just about speed, maneuverability, or radar visibility. Next-generation warfare doctrines are built on stealth, artificial intelligence-based decision-making, and network-centric warfare capabilities. This is precisely where a name is emerging onto the global stage: China's J-50. The J-50 is seen not just as a fighter jet, but as a symbol of China's aviation vision. Its design, approaching 6th-generation aircraft standards, advanced sensor fusion, supercruise capability, and the ability to integrate with unmanned aerial vehicles, make it uniquely suited to the battlefields of the future. However, achieving this level of power requires significant risks. New engine technologies push the limits of resistance to high temperatures. Radar-absorbing coating materials pose significant engineering risks in terms of sensitivity. Autonomous flight systems are redefining human-machine collaboration on the battlefield. Electronic warfare capabilities are completely transforming traditional weapons platforms. The J-50's capabilities are revisiting the global question of what must be sacrificed for the future? Technological leaps bring high costs and engineering risks. However, the end result could be a platform that reshapes air superiority. If the fate of air power is at stake, what did you risk to dominate the future? So, can America catch up, or has China truly seized the skies? The answers will define a decade, or maybe an era. What would you risk for the future of air power? Subscribe so you don't miss the next shocking chapter.